Hey, I'm Airsoft Mike and I'm here today to show you some very cool airsoft gear which you will absolutely love. Now I know a lot of you are used to me unboxing airsoft pistols and rifles and whatnots. For the next 2 or 3 videos I'm going to show you some tactical gear which I think is very cool. Today's one is the FMA Voice Activated Reaction LED Helmet Light Device. Now that's the title of it. But you are not limited to just using this on a helmet. So let's just show you the box that it comes in. Nice little case, should I say. Tin with a nice window right there. So let's just get it open. And there's your device. Let's just get rid of this. And I'll just quickly show you the rear of the tin. And just in case you're wondering where are the instructions, well, if you take the device out, it's down there in the bottom, so you just need to pull this little foam insert out to get to your manual. And beneath your manual, you have a series of stickers. So there it is, a nice, neat little gadget. Let me just bring it up nice and close. As you know, my videos are well known for showing you items up close and personal, so you can get a real good look, get a real good feel of what you could potentially be purchasing for yourself. Very neat. If I just turn it around, you'll see there it's got a couple of straps right here. They are elasticated, so straight away I can see how this will go on my fast helmet or indeed on a vest. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so let me just take you around the actual design and the physical features of this unit. Here you can quite obviously see a large microphone head. Like when I say large, in comparison to the whole unit, you've got a large mic right there which will pick up your sounds, your noises. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs. I will show you exactly what each of these does, how and when they will activate. And right here, down in that recess or hole, you have your power button. Now to get to that, any pen should be able to fit down there. I'll show you that in a moment. Straight away I will say that's a bit fiddly, but I can see why the power button has been put down in a recess. When I show you what you can use this device for, you'll kind of understand why it's probably a good idea that the power button is down in that hole. As I said, I will show you that a little later. Right, let's get to the business end of this now. Let's see it in action. Let's see how it works. So, I've already shown you that the power button is down there in that little recess. All you have to do is press that little button, hold it in for at least 3 seconds, and the unit should power on. There you go. Okay, so the way this unit works is this little mic right here will pick up any sharp, loud noises and it will activate one of these 3 LEDs at the top. So for example, if I was to click my finger or shout bang, or even if I was to fire a BB anywhere near it and it hits an object anywhere near this unit, or indeed if the unit itself gets hit, one of these LED lights will activate. Let me just show you. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to shout bang, okay? Bang! And as you can see there, one of the 3 LEDs at the top has lit up. Now if I was to make another noise whilst that LED is on, watch what happens. Bang! It starts to flash. There it is, pretty cool. So have you worked out already how you can use this during an airsoft game, during gameplay? I have. It's simple. If this is on your vest, especially if it's on your vest, if you get hit, it's another way of showing that you've just been hit. And now, don't worry, this microphone is not that sensitive. So as I mentioned before, it's not gonna activate at any little noise or whim, okay? So I reckon this will be pretty effective during gameplay. Now, you may not want to use green to signify that you've been hit, not a problem. All you do is that little button down there, you give it another quick press and that will change color. Watch. There you go. It's now changed to blue. So if I shout bang now, watch what happens next and watch what colour comes up. Bang! There you go, sort of a orange colour right there. And as before, if I do another noise, bang, it starts to flash. So far green and orange, or amber if you like. Let me press this button again. So as you can see there, the little LED has now changed to red. Now I do have fairly bright studio lights right here, so the lights may look a little washed out, but a little later I'll turn all the lights out so you can see how effective and how vibrant these colours are. Now, as I've mentioned before, and I really want to stress this point because I think it's a pretty neat feature, that this microphone is not overly sensitive. So I'm speaking very closely to this and it is not activating, which is a good thing because you don't want it going off every time you say something or the slightest noise. So now if I go bang, as you can see there, it is now giving you a red signal. So yeah, absolutely fantastic for when you're taking your hits. So it's almost like the Laser Quest or them sort of laser games where when you hit, your chest lights up. Yes, it's small, but trust me, in CQB situations, especially at the game site that I've played at, this will be very visible. Bang! Very nice. Nice effective way of showing you've been hit. Okay, so to turn the unit off, you simply do what you did at the beginning to turn it on. You get a pen or anything small enough to get down in that recess, press it in, hold it in for about 3 or 4 seconds, release it, and the unit will turn off. Now, as you can see here, it looks absolutely fantastic on my fast helmet. And of course, yes, it can be used as a distress marker. I think it's brilliant. Now, if you're wondering how I mounted this unit on my fast helmet, it's simple. The cord on the back, which I showed you earlier, yeah, it's simple. All you need to do is grab hold of it, remove it off the unit. So right there, looks very similar to what girls put in their hair, or even boys. Yeah, so you take it off the unit, and you simply thread it underneath the fast helmet's cords. So can you see right there? Let me just get this correct so it's easier for when I'm going to put it on. You grab your unit, place it on there, and then you simply thread the cord back on over the unit. Let's get this side done. There you go. Can you see there's one side done there already? Grab the other end, and there you go, it's on. Simple as that, really. Nice. But be mindful though, when you do take this cord off, it means that the bottom of this unit can be taken off, or it may even just fall off, because it needs to do that, because that's where your battery is housed and that's how you get into the unit. You need to remove this before you can get in there to change your battery. I'll just show you, look, it's now open and there's your battery right there. Right, so just to show you an example of what I was talking about earlier on, I now have the unit attached to the chest of my trusted assistant right here, Tactical Mike. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my airsoft pistols and I'm going to shoot at Tactical Mike, letting it hit anywhere around its upper torso or anywhere on its body, and we'll see if this thing activates, okay? So, let's do this. And for the purpose of this test, I'm going to use my very much loved and trusted Tokyo Marui FN57. And there you have it. It activated straight away. And technically now, if I take another shot, it should start flashing. There you go. The results speaks for itself. Now, I'm not going to say that every time you get hit with a BB, this thing will pick up the sound, because of course, in any Airsoft games, there are loads of other sounds going on. So I'm not going to say this is 100% accurate and will always activate every time you get hit. But I feel that is just one of a few very cool uses for this unit. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So there it is, people. This is a very cool little FMA voice activated reaction LED helmet light device. May not be for everyone's use. I like it. I'm certainly going to put this on my helmet. I want to say thank you again to tinywind.com who sent this out to me so that I can do a little review / overview. I like it. If there's anything negative I could say about this is that when you do take that little cord off the back, the one that I showed you earlier, be careful that the base doesn't just fall off, okay? So make sure when you pull that cord off, you are holding the unit securely, because the bottom will come off, and of course it needs to come off, as I mentioned before, so that you can get access or gain access to the battery compartment. Other than that, I love it. It's fantastic. It doesn't cost much at all. Check out the video description below for more details, and there will be a direct link to this product. Thanks again to tinywind.com.